Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to today's update for various different coins, Bitcoin, SHIB, DOGE and Solana as well. I was outside and I was kind of busy today, and I did get a call from my brother telling me, what did you do to Bitcoin? And I was like, what happened? We just lost support, we went short. And yeah, he said, what's gonna be up? A lot of you have been messaging me on the DMs as well. What's gonna happen next? Is this the end of the dip? Should we buy now? Yes, buy now. And I do think that's gonna be the end of the dip, because first of all, the biggest support is your 55. Okay, I told you so many times in the videos, lose the 10, lose the 20, and you're looking for the 55. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is not losing some support that is important for it to dip to the $52,000. I'm gonna tell you straight off the bat, right here, right now, lose this level 57,843 and you're looking for a 54,053 and 52,000 as well. At the moment, guys, on the daily time frame, it's already pulling back up and we are already back into that support. Look, this is a very, very, very big level of support right there. Do you see that? We are not losing it at all, which is the 60,372. Bitcoin is rejecting to go all the way down there. And the best thing about this one is that you have already find support right there. Okay, you've already find support. I'm gonna dive into the BLX as well, and we're gonna talk about BLX and the 2017 bull market on the daily time frame. So I'm just gonna zoom out of everything in here, and I'm gonna just scroll all the way back to 2017, and I'm going to show you something that you don't have to underestimate November at all. And today is an important update, and I want you to pay attention to this one. So this is back in 2017. Anytime you were in a bull run, and I did speak about a threat in November in my channel, if you go to some of the videos out there, so you can already see it has a habit to dump. It did dump right here. Look, touch the 55, and then the next day, bye see you. Okay, so the thing is, this is very, very normal, and this was back in what date this is, 12th November. Today's like 16 November. Okay, so history is like repeating itself in a different date. And yeah, of course, I'm going to switch back into the old chart right there. And since you've already bounced off the 55, it doesn't scream bear market, right? There is nothing bearish about this one. So now you've already find the bounce from the 55 as well. So tomorrow, the next 5 days are so important for Bitcoin, and in my opinion, from here you're going to see green candles. And for me, I'm still biased towards the upside. Hell, 73,000, 80,000 and 90,000. I don't care how many people are going to say that, oh no, it's looking bad. It is looking bad, and I told you so many times, as long as we are above the $64,000 region, we are always safe to go to the 72, 73,000. Yes, at the moment we are in danger, but this is, thank God, a correction that is long overdue, and I've been waiting for this one for a long time myself, and this gives me more confidence that that's it. Okay, at least we have the correction, and our doubts is out of the way, that what is going to happen next. So what happens next after these big red candles? You buy them. I always say this in the channel: sell the green candles and buy the red candles. People are buying, and why are you selling your money? Doesn't make sense. Can I ask you a question? If you had money right now, would you buy this dip? You would buy the dip. Why are you selling it? Why are you selling it then? People are going to confuse you and say, hey, we're going to go down. And on a larger Fibonacci retracements, okay, I'm going to hide the EMAs as well in there. And I'm going to tell you that my price target is still up here, okay, $106,000 right there because of the Fibonacci. I'm going to tell you when I'm going to lose faith. So I'm going to take the fibs from the top there to the bottom. And when you lose the golden ratio, which is your $47,000, and you also lose the 43, for me, the worst case scenario is when you lose the 43. That's when I'm going to say, that's it, okay? The bull market is over. Pack your bags and go home. You're going to dump even more badly, and there's blood everywhere. Okay, today was a nice bloodbath, I do know, and I do understand. So this is Bitcoin update. Okay, at the moment, I'm gonna repeat this one in the summary. We did find support at the 55, which is this blue line right there. Look, absolutely right on the money. Okay, so there's nothing bearish about it, and we also have another support right there, which is this one. Do you see that? So this is a very big area of influence right there for me. As I said in so many videos, lose 57,000, and that's where you're likely to go towards this target right there. Do you understand that? So at the moment, even though we did have this red candle right there, it's not bad. It's not bad. I wish I had more money to buy. I didn't have this time. Okay. Okay, I didn't have the cash to buy once again, so that's really bad. I do feel bad. Okay, and yeah, so that's up with the Bitcoin. It's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. And as a matter of fact, even if we ever came down right there, it doesn't mean we are going into a bear market. 14 more days to end November. So in the next 15 days, guys, let me tell you one thing, one fact right here. I'm gonna show you this run right there. Do you see this one? After this bloodbath right here, people were losing faith we're not gonna go up, but look what happened next. This is what happened next, and I do think this one and this one are now very, very similar. And the next few days we're going to move towards the upside, because let me show you, it took like from 29 of September until 20 of October. Those are 20 days, and it pumped 55%. Okay, in 20 days, 55%. That's like going from nearly 40,000 all the way to 67,000. That's 27,000 just in 20 days. We still have 14 days. Tell me a good reason why do you think that I'm speaking stupid if I say that in the next 15 days we are still going to reach this target? Why wouldn't I be right at the moment? Yes, we have a red candle, but the market is there. The market is not running away, and we're going to continue towards the upside. So that's it with Bitcoin. My bias to November is still 73 and even above. I do believe we're going to go to 90,000 in November alone. Okay, that it is what it is. Until I'm not proven wrong. Okay, and SHIB to USDT, let's talk about SHIB as well. And SHIB, as I said yesterday, we did have the inverted hammer, and because of Bitcoin, as I do always repeat, because of Bitcoin, no matter how good your candles look, you're always gonna dump if Bitcoin dumps. That's the rule here. If you're considering these candle bars, okay, they always play out unless they're abandoned, and it was abandoned when you lose this level, because when Bitcoin says, hey, I'm gonna go down, everybody goes down. And as a matter of fact, the inverted hammer did play out. Okay, it doesn't mean it didn't play out. At least for one day we did have a small push towards the upside. I did say it. At least when you see an inverted hammer, it means that the next candle can be green, and we did have one green candle from this area. It did went up by, I don't know what percent it did go from here to there. That's like a 4-5% increase nonetheless. Okay, and then from the next day, okay, the inverted hammer thing, it played out for the next day, and from here we had, is this some kind of a morning star or an evening star we are forming right there? Yeah, but this candle was actually a little bit bearish. Okay, and then we had this dump right there. Okay, so at the moment we're trying to find another support on the daily. Do you see this? This is your support right there, which is like nearly, I'm gonna redraw this for SHIB for you. I'm gonna take this a little bit more down to there. And it seems like we are actually going back to retest this trend line, and it's like we are about to respect the trend line right there. And we did have another dump, massive dump to the 4,500 region area. Now, I still don't think we're going to go to 3,500 the way people are thinking. So the next 11 and 12 hours is important for SHIB. If we try to close below this, if we do not go above it and retest and fail this trend line, then it's possible that you're going to go down to 4,300 areas. But this has to be decided, and I'm going to switch into the 4-hour time frame, and let's see if we have any progress. I do think we're making a good progress right there. No, not a good progress. Okay, this is a bearish engulfing candle, I'll be honest with you, and that means that the next candles could be a little bit down right there. And when you have bearish engulfing, you cannot go against the chart. So are we gonna dump further for SHIB based on this candlestick reading that I just did? This is bearish, okay, and it doesn't mean that we're gonna have green candles anytime soon. It is what it is. And but I'm still biased on the longer time that we're still gonna go to 13,000. If I zoom out here, I do believe that 13,000 is still on the cards, but it's gonna take time. Okay, in between, whatever happens up and down, nonetheless it is gonna be there sooner. maybe later, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, who knows? Nobody knows about the time frame, but for me these are just corrections, and Bitcoin is correcting up. So let's see what this does. Let's see what it does. At the moment it is losing this support line that I've been telling you, okay, and that is negative. Let's look on the 1 hour time frame and how it looks like. Yeah, so it is trying to find a way to get above it. Do you see it's getting resisted right now? So what was support right here, what was support back here, look, it's acting as resistance, and if it loses it, you are bound to come down maybe to this level right there. You are bound to come down. And as a matter of fact, on the 4 hour time frame, as I told you, this is your bearish engulfing candle right there. Do you see this? Because the red is overtaking the green. And let's do a quick Google right there and talk about this one, bearish engulfing patterns. And I'm going to open up the images. Let's open this one up, okay? And this is how they look, okay? The close, the open, they say that the bearish candle opens above the previous candle, and the bearish candle closes below the previous green candle. So that is, it is doing exactly the same way, okay? So the red has already closed below the green, and that is negative, absolutely negative for SHIB at the moment. So let's see if it does make a pullback, who knows? But we still have to look at this trend line, okay? And tomorrow, maybe I'm gonna update you tomorrow, and let's see what it happens. Who knows, after this video we might just, you know, go back up and abandon this bearish engulfing, but it doesn't really happen like that, okay? The favor is once again on the downside. Yep, so that's SHIB, that is SHIB. And we're trying to see a strategy right here. I always used to say you can buy right there and you can actually go and sell, as long, because I did tell you so many times, we were going to find resistance right here, and resistance the 5717, and look, beautifully done. We did find resistance out there. We never crossed it. We were always in a thread. And let's look at the Fibonacci retracements as well, and let's see any clue that we can actually get. So I'm going to take this recent swing swing high right there to the bottom right here, and it's like, oh no, this is bad, okay, this is bad. Look, we're already even below the 0.236. We're not even above it. We are losing many supports. We're having a bearish engulfing candle. I would recommend you to, you know, close the trade for SHIB at the moment. No financial advices. I'm going to close it because it's not looking good. There is even more call for a more dump towards the downside the moment, okay? It is what it is, and I'm gonna tell you that. And it would be a good idea to start buying back at the 4300 if we start losing support there. And then the best buying place is always the 3500, which I've been saying for a very long time, and it would make sense, a lot of sense. And let's shift on the daily time frame as well. Let's see on the daily what we have. Okay, so we have lost the 20 and the 10, so it seems like the blue is going to come up a little bit, and this could be your next buying area. Okay, this makes sense, perfect sense for it to come down to the blue. And I've been saying this in so many videos that this will just remove that, you know, the curiosity that are we going to dump further or not. So if it actually just comes to the blue one time, touches it, that's gonna be a relief, man. We're gonna be good to go towards the upside, okay? But if you have a long-term vision, this, you shouldn't be shaken by this, okay? If you have a long-term vision, and that's what I would recommend you to have. Come down, doesn't matter. We're gonna move towards the upside nonetheless, okay? Keep a strong hands. So let's dive into Dogecoin as well. I'm gonna talk about Doge, then move to Solana. Now Doge has found its resistance out of this moving symmetrical triangle. And how many times have I told you guys? How many times did I tell you? This is a big level of support, 0.2520. And if you guys have been paying attention to the channel, I always say this: you lose this level and that's it. You lose it, that's it. And it's not in a way that you lose it and then you go back up. You know, you lose the retest. So this is on the daily. I'm going to go into the 4 hour time frame, and I'm going to show you what happened right over here. So we went below the 52 right here. Do you see that? Below the 52, we had a bearish cross right there, and we opened below it. Do you see that? The retest was pretty bad, and Bitcoin, as a matter of fact, was pretty bad as well. And at the moment, it seems like there is no any favor of these coins to go towards the upside. It seems like there's some small retracement that is left, but we did have this one has to be decided. I'm not saying it's gonna go down at the moment. I do think Bitcoin has found a huge support already. Okay, so I do expect the coming day, we can have a small relief here. Okay, and we are gonna go back to 25 once again. Let's see if it actually goes back here and move towards the upside as well. But at the moment, if you did pay attention, so from here to here, that's like 10% drop. If you saved your money for 10%, congratulations. And I did say that it's only about, if you lose support, then down you're gonna go. As long as you're not losing support, everything is gonna be good. And the second thing is, always look at the Bitcoin chart once again. Okay, and before I go back to Solana, so for me, for Doge, yeah, on the long run, I'm still bullish on it. Okay, because we're not losing that symmetrical triangle. We are still finding support on the symmetrical triangle. That's not bad. For me, I'm gonna be bearish when we start losing this level. Anything happens that is happening over here, I'm really not moved. For me, that's not a big deal. This is like a correction that I can actually take, and it's not a big deal. I did enter 32 here. I'm still in a down loss at the moment, but for me, that's a floating loss. I'm not cashing out anything. Okay, and the time you're gonna lose this level, that's when I'm gonna say that, hey, game over, and everything is looking quite bad at the moment. Okay, so let's see what it does. Maybe it does have some small downfall left in it. We might still go a little bit more down, maybe test the 21 as well. Unless anyway, but by the way, I'm gonna update you tomorrow. This one has to be decided. Okay, let's look on the daily as well. Let's look on the daily, what the daily is gonna tell us. Okay, yep, so on the daily, I'm here on the daily, and it's like we're already finding some support in this level. Do you see that? Because we did find some support right there. There's an influence right there, another influence right there, another influence right there. So I do think it's gonna hold the 23 level, and let's look tomorrow what it does. I do hope Bitcoin starts picking up, and everything is gonna pick up. Okay, right now it's unclear what it's gonna do. Okay, it's unclear, but what I can tell you is, if it does go down here, it's okay if it comes down here, because after all, these are huge level of support. It's not something to be worried about. Maybe if you start losing this level, go to 20, come back, retest, then you're actually gonna go to the 15 as well. At the moment, it's still fine. It's still a dip. Okay, look, we're just respecting this trend line right there. Okay, we're just respecting this moving trend line. Do you see that? Down, 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 and we have already respected. We find support right there. So as long as you're not losing this level of support right here, I'm gonna drop a horizontal line again, which is the 21 cents. And this one is something that you don't want to lose. So if it comes down to 20, comes for the retest, fails it, you're gonna go more down. But at the moment, it's okay. We find support right there. And let's talk about Sol as well. And yep, Solana. I told you yesterday I did upload about Solana, and I said that put a huge stop loss at $228. Okay, $228. Okay, the inverse head and shoulder, the 4-hour time frame, was in play. We didn't cross the resistance, and it was a big if right here that if you cross the resistance, back test it, that was your next target. But what happened is Bitcoin, it failed, and look at the moment. We are already losing the level of support that I told you guys yesterday. So you see 228 right there. You lost it. I told you in yesterday's video. You can watch yesterday's video. We were above here, and I said that if you see Solana coming down, losing the 228, fail the retest, it's gonna go down. And at the moment, it seems like it's gonna continue the downfall. Okay, it is what it is. And where is it gonna go now? Where is it gonna go? First of all, it could come down near this. We are already in a descending broadening wedge, which is on a higher time frame. This is bullish nonetheless. It is a bullish pattern. Okay, yes, the prices on the short term are going down, but on a larger bird's eye view, this is a bullish pattern that when we broke out, it will take you back to $259. At the moment, sir, it is coming down to this trend line. And I told you guys in so many videos, it will make perfect sense for it to come and touch this trend line. Do you see that? Touch this trend line, it doesn't mean we're going bearish, buy even more, and we're going to move towards the upside. The harder they retrace, the green they're going to become. So it is looking bad at the moment. If you want to close the trade, that's up to you. I'm personally not going to trade at the moment, okay? If you're watching this video, I'm personally not going to trade, and this seems that it's looking to come down near this level, and then from here, you know, find support there from this moving trend line and then go up. So if we lose the trend line, back test, you're gonna dump really badly. You're gonna dump really badly. I'm gonna warn you this one. So we are in some different level of support right there. Okay, so if you listened yesterday and closed your trades at the $228, you would have been saving right now some money from there almost to there. That's like 5%, and I do think we're gonna continue with the downfall because the candles are not looking good at the moment. I do think we're gonna come back to $202, and this will be a good entry level right there. That's fine. And there's one more thing to keep in mind as well. We had this swing high, so we might find support right over there. Let me show you this. Okay, I'm gonna extend this one. As a matter of fact, I don't recommend anyone to sell. I don't recommend you to sell, okay? So you could find some support right here because of this swing high right there, okay? So you might go up, come a little bit down, and find a huge support right there and never even go down to this level. But if you're losing $218, then you're gonna go to $204, which is perfectly normal and healthy for Solana to continue towards the upside. Now, for me, $314 is still on the cards, and I'm gonna hide the EMAs, and I'm gonna bring the Fibonacci retracement, and I'm gonna tell you when we're gonna abandon this target, when I'm gonna abandon the $314. As long as we do not lose this level, which I'm going to show you at the moment. So from the top there to the bottom right here is when you're going to lose $170. If you lose this one, you go down, back test it, you're going to create a downtrend, and the uptrend gets cancelled all in all. Okay, so at the moment, if you come to $200, even $189, perfectly normal. Okay, nothing to worry about. And one more thing, this was your swing high right there. Do you remember this swing high? You are finding support on the swing high as well, so you might not lose this level. It's not a good idea to start selling. Okay, if I told you to sell, not a good idea. But if you start dumping, accumulate more, buy more, and hold it. Don't sell in a loss. Keep holding. I do think by the end of November we are still gonna have a nice progress, maybe jump back to 280 or 318. I do see a $300 by the end of November nonetheless. Okay, 15 days are left, and we're gonna see how it plays. Now there's one more thing I do want to talk about before I end up this video, and that's about Bitcoin. Okay, I'm gonna look at Bitcoin, and there is something I want to talk about, this one really quickly. Okay, we are still not out of the play. Yes, we did find resistance on the daily, so please listen to this very carefully. Okay, there could be bigger dumps that can also happen, and the reason why I do say this is, first of all, of course, if you start to lose these levels, if you start losing them, that's a huge signal you're gonna go down here. Unless you're not losing it, unless the 55 is not being respected, which is this one. So what I want to talk about is the DXY, and I saw the DXY and I kind of got scared. Okay, I kind of got scared with this one. Look at the DXY, guys. It's bullish. Okay, it is what it is, and I'm gonna put my emotions aside. And this was your double bottom. This is a big W right there, and we've broken out of the W. Okay, the reason why you're gonna get some small relief for Bitcoin, okay, and what I want to see on the DXY is that when you cross a certain resistance, you always come back for the retest. The bad news is, if the DXY passes the retest, this is gonna mean negative for Bitcoin. Okay, at the moment I do think it's gonna drop by nearly 1% right there. Yeah, it is gonna drop by 1%, but that really means a big jump for Bitcoin as well. So we have broken this level of resistance. Look at that, we've broken it, okay, and we've broken out of a W formation, okay, and I always say double bottoms are bullish. And since you've already broken out of the W, the next target is the 99, okay, for the DXY. So what happens is, if you're new to the channel, is that when the DXY keeps moving up, Bitcoin is gonna go down, okay, and when this one goes down, Bitcoin starts to move up. What you want to see for DXY is it comes down and fail the retest and goes down. If it passes the retest, guys, if it passes the retest, it is going to be very, very bad for every single currency out there, okay? And I of course I'm going to update you on this one, but at the moment it's very bullish. First bottom, second bottom, a huge W formation, we broke out, and wow, it is bullish, guys. It is on the chart. It is on the chart, and this is not good for anything. I also want to check Bitcoin dominance as well. So let's look at Bitcoin dominance, right? And let's see what this one is doing. How is it doing? I'm going to turn on the EMAs as well on the daily, and the Bitcoin dominance. There is a bearish cross, okay? It's not looking that powerful, that it's not a threat anymore. Okay, so the dominance is not a threat. We already have the crosses right there. They're not coming back. The 55 is still above, the 10 is still here. So there is more chances of this one to actually go down. So that's not an issue, but the issue is with the DXY, okay? If you guys don't know anything about the DXY, I've already told you, and this one is looking absolutely bullish. And this is bad for Bitcoin. This is actually very, very bad for Bitcoin. But at the moment, for the next 5 days are important. Let's see if it actually comes down. If it bounces off here and tries to go up, your Bitcoin is gonna bleed and bleed and bleed until it doesn't reach this area, find resistance, and then maybe come down. But this is a big question mark, and that's where I'm actually going to have to end the video with. And this was very important update, and this is something that I actually saw. So tomorrow Bitcoin is gonna have a relief rally. I do think it's gonna, you know, kind of have a small pullback towards the upside as well. So let's look what it does. Time will tell. For me, I'm still bullish that Bitcoin is actually gonna continue towards the upside, unless I don't start losing the 47,000 level and the 43,000 level. As a matter of fact, if you start to even lose these levels right here, that's it, man. I do think that this was your bull market cycle top, unless you're not losing key level of support, okay? So don't sell anything, don't do anything in a hurry, do not, you know, make decisions in a hurry. Let's have confirmations of things, and then we're gonna see what we do from here. At the moment, there was a pullback, and in my opinion, this was a buying opportunity nonetheless, and I'm still biased for it to go towards the upside because we are still finding support on the 55, and it bounced off the 55, and it was right off the money right there. So I'm just gonna summarize everything right here. Based on what you heard, based on what I've given you as an analysis on the chart right here, you can make decisions on yourself. Of course, nothing here is financial advices, but I won't be selling anything. I repeat this, and I'm gonna hold it because I love the FUD. I love buying here, and I hate these places, okay? This is where you're gonna sell. And that's it for today's update for major coins, which I didn't do, which I normally do on the channel. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow with a new update. Allah Hafiz.